Hello, everyone. This is Renee Rentmeester. I'm creator and executive producer of the Cooking Without Looking TV show and podcast. And today we are here with, uh, I'm sorry, Leah Gracelyn Curtis. Hi, Leah.
Hello, thank you for having me today.
I love it. We practiced your name before we
It's
got
okay.
on. Oh, yeah. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born in Mexico. I was born in a city called Rio Blanco in the state of Veracruz, and they are very known for their seafood. They're very well known for their seafood and other dishes. So I I grew up in Mexico for 5 years, and then I my mom brought me here when I was five, well, to Los Angeles. Then I went back to Mexico when I was 16
Oh,
and I
wow.
refined, yeah, I was able to refine my Spanish and learn so much about food that I probably would not have done so here. I was
Right.
there for 3 years and then I came back here in 2012 and I've been here ever since. I'm currently living in Lansing, Michigan.
Oh, well, there's a change.
Yeah,
Excuse me, but wow, wow, that's just really different, isn't it?
very different.
Well, tell us a little bit about your education and schooling and all that sort of stuff.
Well, I completed high school here and then I started college. I went to music school. Um,
Oh,
I went
nice.
to music performance school, but I was not able to finish. Um, I will do that at some point, but I was not able to finish. But you know how we were talking about writing and stuff earlier. The thing is, when I was growing up and when I was living with my mom, I was just kind of isolated, and I was always in a book, always reading a book or writing. Those they used to have those braille empowers, those braille displays back then. Um,
Right.
and I just that was my whole life. I used to just write and write and write and write and read.
Oh,
That's how I
wow.
would read my books and that's how I would write. And so yeah, I did some education here and I did some education in Mexico. And then I came back here and finished high school because I got interrupted over there. And then I went to music school. And then I took some culinary classes too. So
What do you play an instrument?
I play the piano and the flute.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. Oh, how was it that your mom took it when you were born and you became blind?
Well, my mom had a very high risk pregnancy. And she was out swimming one day and then things went wrong very fast. And so they had to get an incubator flown in from another part of the country while she was
Wow.
in labor.
Was this
So
in Los Angeles?
this was in Mexico.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, this was in Mexico. And so, the technology back then was not like it is right now.
Right.
So they had to fly in an incubator from another part of the country, and they didn't think I was gonna make it.
Oh,
Because the oxygen in the NICU,
right.
it was too much. So they thought I would have brain damage. But no, I actually was there for 3.5 months. And then when I was, because my grandma used to knit, and
Oh,
she used to knit, like those tiny toy dolls. And
yeah.
even that little dress that she made was too big for me. Even when I was 3.5 months, I weighed less than a pound when I was born.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
yeah, so um, my grandma was the one who figured out I couldn't see because she would, you know how they have those little rattles with colors, and
Yeah.
all I would do was turn my head towards the sound, you know,
Oh,
and
wow.
so she figured out, oh, like there's probably something not right here. And so they figured out that I was completely blind, and my mom she didn't take it well. I think there was plenty of blame in the family for that.
Sure.
So she didn't really take it well.
Which
And
does
I
no
don't blame
good.
her. Huh?
which does no good. Blaming anyone is no good.
Well, no, because when you combine belief systems that tie people to blame and things, it just doesn't help anyone, you know. She
Right.
she she didn't want to live anymore after that.
Oh no.
Um, but eventually she got help and she had help supporting me. Um, I remember because she was telling me this story about when I had eye surgery because I had hypertension as a baby, and we went to this hospital in Mexico City, and she was saying how other blind children were being carried, even though they were 1 year old or, at the time are my age. And she's
Right.
like, nope, I would grab you by your little finger and I would make you walk, you know?
Oh,
So,
you're
so
not getting
yeah,
away with anything.
no, I'm not. So she made me, and even if I fell, obviously it was supervised and things, but
Sure. Well,
she
kids
made sure I
fall.
got up and I walked, and she made sure that, like, I knew how to dress myself. There was no excuse, for her. And if there's anything she did right, it was that. So I'm really
Oh,
grateful for that.
yeah, yeah. Well, what are some of the things that you've encountered that you've actually had to like grow through?
What do you mean, as a blind person?
Yes, yes. Have there been times where you felt like maybe, you weren't being treated right because you were blind, or are there things that you've helped others understand about blindness?
Well, I honestly, as far as being treated differently, no. I think it's all in how you carry yourself, not in just for me specifically, right?
Sure,
I
sure.
think it's all in how you carry yourself. And I think because I was always around sighted people,
Right,
my mom always taught me how to behave, good social manners, good things you understand that we don't think about as blind people. How
right.
to eat at the table, how to groom yourself, uh, dress properly, and so for me, having that really helped me. Mm, it really helped me. um what am I trying to say?
So you basically like you didn't see yourself any different in a way. It was like this is
No,
this is me, and thank you for welcoming me as me.
exactly. And if people had questions, well, I met them where they were sometimes,
Sure.
because sometimes people do ask invasive questions even out in public, but
What's the
I don't
oddest
allow that. Huh?
what's the oddest question you've gotten asked?
The honest question.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Well, what's a strange question that people ask you that you know that they wouldn't necessarily ask a sighted person? Like an invasive question that they ask you, maybe.
Me specifically?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I remember it happens a lot in Ubers, and I don't know why. Oh my God, you're all vulnerable in someone's car, you understand? And people just feel like, wow, I think I can just ask this person this question. I don't know what goes through their mind. But for me, it's been, oh God, too many. Um, there was this one time when I had on actually that one suit I showed you in my picture, you know,
The white
and
suit?
mhm, and someone was like, did someone help you put that on? How do you, who takes care of you? Like, what? Like, excuse me, you know?
Okay.
Uh,
What did you what
you
did
know,
you tell them?
what did I tell them? I'm like, no, nobody helps me, but I was nice, but because I was not in a mood to deal with it. But I've had this person, because I do have a slight accent, right? And people are like, "Where are you from?" And I was not very nice at the time. I was younger, okay? And I'm like, "Well, ask your mom.
Where are you from?
Ask your mom." I did not mean to be rude, but yeah, you know, I have been asked how, because, oh, do you have a boyfriend? Yeah. Oh, you do? How do you have sex? And I'm like, well, why would you ask me that? With and I literally said, why would you ask me such a question?
Pretty much the
That's
way
rude.
everyone else.
You know? Oh, I just didn't know. I'm like, yeah, that's rude.
Well, also, we all close our eyes.
Exactly. Come on, man. Yeah. And that was actually an Uber car too.
Oh,
The
that's
strangest encounter
creepy.
I had in an Uber was actually because I went to the store and the parking lot was very crowded. So the driver helped me out to the door, to the grocery, like the front door.
Right,
And it was a very beautiful day and everything. And I just wanted to get out and go to the store. And I'm like, well, I appreciate you helping me because I didn't want to. And he's
right.
like, well, this was the weirdest. It was out of nowhere. Okay. And he's like, you know, it smells like a woman in heat. And I'm like, what?
Ew.
I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, that's really rude. Why would you
I think
say
it's
such a
beyond
thing?
rude. It's like gross.
And he's like, yeah, well, and then he went on about how he was gonna create this app and be a millionaire. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, thank you very much. You have a good day. Like, come on. Oh
Oh,
my
that's
God. It happens a
cool.
lot to blind people, though. I'm pretty sure you know that, but I have had crazy experiences.
Well, you
Wow.
gotta watch out for those Uber drivers.
I know, my goodness me. They've gotten better over the years, but yeah.
Yeah, I've had one once where like, in Miami he was driving me around and it was like only a short trip. Well, I used not Uber, but the other one.
Lyft?
A Lyft, thank you.
Hmm.
And like I lived there a long time and I got in Lyft and he was driving me in the craziest way because it was only like a 10-minute drive from the mall to my home. And I said, "Where are you taking me?" I said, "You're taking me way out of the way." Oh, I'll take this way. I'm like, "No, I've lived here a long time." Like maybe he thought I didn't live there, and he was taking me all over. And I'm sure that's happened to. I didn't even have him leave me off at my home. I just had him leave me off at a Publix, and like I got
Wow.
someone like that. And I'm sure it's even a little more frightening if you're like totally blind and you've got some guy doing some weird thing like that.
Oh yeah, actually, it's crazy that you mentioned that because there was this driver who I guess he didn't know English, and that's not a problem, right? But the problem was that he couldn't use his navigation. So he
Right.
stopped the car in the middle of his drive, got
Oh,
out of his car, tried to ask for some random stranger to help him, you know?
oh my
And
God.
I had to figure out, well, I knew where I was, but it was the street was near a highway. I couldn't just get out of the car, so I had to make him drive me back home. It was only a couple blocks. But
Sure,
it's
sure.
not a very like accessible easy part to walk through where I was living at the time. So I'm
Right.
like, I need you to take me home right now because if you can't drive me to my destination, I need to figure out a safe way to do it you know, oh no, we'll be
Exactly.
fine. We'll be fine. No, you need to take me home right now or I'm calling the police, because he can't just
Wow.
stop and leave me out in the car. That's dangerous behavior. So it is a
Yeah.
little frightening.
That,
Um,
that's dangerous for anybody. Oh gosh, that's really frightening. Did he take you back then?
oh yeah, he took me back and I'm sorry, no charge, no, just goodbye. Like no, 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 no.
Well,
You don't stop out in the middle of the car, ask some random stranger for help doing your job. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's dangerous behavior. With
I
the
know.
car still on, anyone could have walked in the car.
Oh, yeah. Well,
So yeah.
I've had like totally blind friends. There was one where the Uber driver let him off in the middle of South Beach, like 3 blocks away from where he was supposed to go, and he was telling the Uber driver was telling my friend, "Oh no, this is it." But you know what? I've gotten the best driving instructions from totally blind people. And like the bumps, the
Mhm.
turns, the ridges, you know
You
exactly
know
where you
exactly where
are.
you are.
And he knew that the guy was lying to him. And
Oh
and he
yeah.
ended up walking with his guide dog like 3 blocks to his home when,
Yeah.
he wasn't let off where he was supposed to be let off. And the guy was just like blowing him off. And Oh yeah, yeah. No, no,
Oh yeah,
it's like, okay, I'm totally blind, but I'm not stupid, you know?
exactly. Oh, and I have no problem reporting those drivers. Zero. You
Right,
know,
right,
because
right.
it's safety. Come on, man. Like I understand. There's nothing wrong with knowing little English. You understand. The problem is when you don't know how to do your job, and you ask a random stranger to help you. You don't even know what that stranger is doing or capable of or anything.
And
You
leaving
know.
the car run.
Exactly. No, I was not having that. This was before the we had all these safety features in place. This was when they just started out.
Right, right, right.
So yeah, you live and learn.
Oh my God, yes. So what you're in Michigan now, right?
Yes,
So how did you choose Michigan to live there? You're Lansing?
Lansing.
How did you
Um,
choose a Lansing, Michigan?
my job.
Oh, what do you do?
I work at a call center. I work
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I work at a call center for passports. But
Oh,
I will be transferring to Phoenix here in a couple months because I am tired of this cold weather.
oh
So
wow.
yeah, I'm over it.
Oh, yeah, I was raised in Wisconsin, so I understand what you're saying, but I like the cold weather, but I understand what you're saying. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and I mean, I don't mind the cold weather and the snow, but it's just been -5 degrees.
You can only take so much of that.
Yeah, it's just too much. 3.5 years.
Oh.
I'm done. I'm ready to move. You know? Yeah.
Well, speaking of moving, let's move on to your recipe of the day, which is on our website at www.cookingwithoutlooking.tv.wordpress.com. Let us know what your recipe is, Leah.
Okay, so my recipe is this is a Mexican condiment. It's called Salsa Macha. It is very spicy. I'm pretty sure the name gives that away. Salsa Macha, spicy.
Yes,
Um, this consists of 50 arbol chilies. Um,
50.
50 of them because it's meant to
Oh
be
my
spicy, very
gosh.
spicy. But then we have other chilies like morita, which is, like the chipotle, but
Uh-huh.
in dry form. Then we
Right.
have puya, which is a smaller variant of guajillo, pretty much. It's like guajillo, but smaller and spicier.
Right, right.
And then we have guajillo to give it
Ooh,
that flavor as well.
wow.
Um, Let me look at my notes here. I do apologize.
Oh,
Um,
no problem, no problem.
then we have okay, so traditionally this has peanuts, right? There are some nut-free versions.
Oh, that's interesting.
So peanuts give it a really good flavor, that nutty roasted flavor. So I
Right.
have peanuts, but I decided to include walnuts as well because of their depth.
Oh, nice.
Um, Walnuts, and let me check. One moment. Then we have my own variants are cocoa nibs, 3 tablespoons. Hello?
Hi. No, no,
Oh, sorry.
I'm listening.
Cocoa nibs, and then coffee beans, 5 of them, to give them depth. And all of these are toasted, lightly toasted. Nothing. When I talk about fried, I don't mean deep frying. You understand? It's just very light. It's very concentrated. We have seeds. We have 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds. Jesus Christ, I hope I'm giving you the right ratios because I'm looking for my notes. And we have pepitas, like they're like pumpkin seeds. And then we have coriander. We have what I like to do is bloom a piece of orange peel in some oil, and then
Ooh.
orange peel, and then the Szechuan peppercorns, because the thing is, I wanted the heat not to be one dimensional. Because you know how sometimes you get salsas that are super spicy, but
Right,
the
right,
flavor is
right.
just not there. So what I'm trying to do is what I've been trying to do, excuse me, um, is engineer a type of heat where it lands a lot later in your palate and it lasts longer so you can get more and more. um so it isn't just spicy, but it's spiced with depth and flavor. And then I have piloncillo, which is Mexican sugar. And this, I know not very many people use this in traditional, but this is not traditional, okay? But
Okay.
this, but this is to round out that bitterness, and to it's not going to make it a sweet sauce. It's just to deepen it and to round out the bitterness and just to give it that balance.
Right, right.
And then we have, so I'm mixing three kinds of oils. We have garlic. Sorry, we have garlic, but I'm doing that garlic confit. So you know how you lightly not fry, but you heat up this garlic and olive oil for 30 minutes until it becomes really soft and it perfumes the oil.
Ooh,
And this is the oil. So this garlic olive oil that I'm using for this recipe, you don't fry with it like it says in the recipe. This is you leave it alone.
okay.
And then I have lard, just a little bit of lard
I
because
love lard.
lard gives things flavor.
That's right. That's right.
And then grapeseed oil so that we don't have because if you use lard only, it'll burn everything, right?
Right, right,
So we
right.
want to we want to give it that just a beautiful balance of richness and but not too rich. You want to cut out the richness because you want the peppers to be the star.
Mhm. Right.
So that's what we have here. Pretty much. So yeah. And then what you do with that is so normally sighted people will cook it all in one oil, right? Because you can fish out for things, you can see what you're cooking and when it's done, right? And you know
Right.
how you fish out for things with a slotted spoon and you can make sure you have everything out. The reason why I'm doing it like this is because the flavors are cleaner. And so when you fry, for example, a batch of oil with the arbol peppers, all you have in the pan is the arbol peppers for the amount of time. And you won't have to worry about burning the oil with all the other stuff, right?
Right.
Because once you burn that oil, the salsa becomes bitter, and you want to avoid that. Um, so that is why I set it out like that. So the flavors are clean and concentrated. Once you so let's see, once you fry everything, lightly toast is more appropriate. Once you do that, do not blend right away. You cannot blend right away. You have to wait at least 30 minutes. Um, because you don't want your lid flying all over the place. Definitely not. It's not a safe thing to do. You don't want, you can actually break your blender. And I have a Vitamix, so I don't want to break it. Um,
No.
and once you fry it, once you blend it, excuse me, here's a part that is gonna have people like, what? But you want to wait at least 3 days to eat it
Oh,
because the flavors change and concentrate and develop over time. I mean, yes, you can eat it right now. Let's say I finish blending it right now. It's
right,
technically nice and it's good, but
right.
trust me, trust me, you want to wait. And once you wait to eat it, you will understand.
Like 3 days, right?
Exactly. About 3 days. I mean, it's not a hard and set rule. You understand. It's just the way
Sure,
flavors
sure.
work. Because I've been exposed to food cooking and science and things. So I know what I'm saying as far as flavor development.
Well, it's like lasagna or anything else. Most things taste better a couple days later because all of the flavors mesh together.
Exactly. And some foods just taste better and different. They have time to, for example, the oils have time to carry all the peppers and all the flavors in that from the dry peppers over time.
Sure, sure.
Um, and this can easily be frozen as well. So, because it lasts about 3 weeks, but you can freeze it, and
Oh,
then
wow.
you
That's
once you freeze it,
interesting.
you can freeze it, and then once you thaw it, you all you need to do is stir it, and then you'll be good.
Right,
Um,
right.
what I like to do with this salsa is you can put it on anything you want, just anything you could think of, like quesadillas and tacos and soup, beans. It's really good on refried beans, or I mean, frijoles de
Oh,
la olla, black
I can
beans.
imagine that. And scrambled eggs.
Exactly. It's, oh my God, you want to take a simple thing of, nothing wrong with simple scrambled eggs, right? But you want to just take them to another level. Oh, you just put Again, less is more because if you really like your heat, then that's fine. But I'm warning you, it's really spicy.
You don't want flames coming out of your ears, right?
Definitely not. And I don't want to get sued spiritually for that either, you know?
Oh my God. You know what's funny is like I've done a lot of recipes and things, and I've never heard of this. The salsa macho.
Yep, salsa macha. It's a condiment, it's very spicy, but the thing is, like I said, I made it my own way because I kind of like to complicate things a little bit, as you know. Um, because I love the craft of building flavor. So for me, it's yes, I want it to be spicy, but I also want it to be just a beautiful flavor, nice and deep and roasty and nutty, and just you know what I'm saying. I want people to come back for more. Um,
Right, right.
and really enjoy what they're eating and not just suffering for the sake of suffering because it's spicy, you know?
Here, suffer through this.
Yeah. No, I'm not trying to test anyone's endurance here, you know?
Well, they made it through that.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, so in closing, what kind of since your mom took it really hard, what kind of what would you tell other parents who have children who are born blind? What advice would you give them?
I would tell them to seek support. There's nothing wrong with seeking support. Because,
Right.
I'm not a parent, but you're a mom, and I'm sure you understand what it's like
Sure.
to feel like you know what you're doing, right? You tell people, I know what I'm doing because I'm the mom, right?
Right,
I
right,
think you're
right.
all just winging it. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I hope you know this.
No,
I'm simply
no.
saying it's okay to seek support. There's all these resources out there, all these organizations. Doesn't matter which one,
Right, right.
The thing is that there's support out there, there's the internet, there's other blind parents, and
Well, there's also the NFB parent group also.
yep,
And
there's
I just remember speaking to this whole group of parents who had blind children. It was at the NFB group, and I remember some of them like just crying because they were thinking that their child couldn't be a success, and I'm like, no, it's just totally different these days. It's not what it used to be like in the 30s or 40s or whatever. You're not. It's a whole new world.
exactly. And also, quality of life is it's it's not going to be the same thing from the parents' perspective because they've already had their sight. So it's not going to be like they imagine because they don't have to lose their sight. So they have to try to
Right.
approach it from the child's perspective. What works for them? How can they learn to do things that everybody should know how to do, right? And
Right.
there's nothing wrong with seeking additional support for that. So I think that would be my main thing for parents. Just it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not know what you're doing. Um, because you also grow as a human being. You never stop growing, right?
Right. You
So I
shouldn't.
think no, I hope not. But but you understand. I just think it's so important. Because then if you're able to seek support, then you're able to help your child do all these things that in your mind you wouldn't know how to do if you lost your sight because their child has never had their sight. Um,
Right, right.
so that's what I would have to say to parents. Just ask for help and it's okay.
Okay, and what now, if anyone wants to reach out to you, Leah, how would they reach out to you?
So I only have Facebook. Well, I have Facebooks and it's just my name. It's Leah, so Leah, and then my middle name is Gracelyn, and my last name is Curtis, Curtis. I am there on Facebook, and my personal email is flute, so like the instrument, FLUTE
I was
8312
wondering.
at gmail.com.
Well, thank you so much, Leah. I truly appreciate having you here. It's been a lot of fun, and we look forward to have you on our TV show where you will make your salsa. You will make your salsa on our show, and we'll love to have you in the next couple of months. Anyone who wants to reach out to us, you can go to our website at www.cookingwithoutlookingtv.wordpress.com, and you can find Leah's Salsa Mesa. I'm sorry,
Matcha. It's
matcha.
okay. No
Matcha.
problem.
The table sauce.
Yeah.
And you can also look for us on YouTube. We have the Cooking Without Looking YouTube channel. If you want to support us, you can go to our website again, cookingwithoutlookingtv.wordpress.com, and click on the PayPal link, and you can donate to us. You do not have to have PayPal. You can use any card you want. And Leah, thank you for helping us change the way we see blindness. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you for having me. Have a good day. Thank
Of
you.
course, you too.